miles offshore. Officials have asked the public not to form individual search parties due to weather and safety conditions.
New developments in the investigation into the deadly mid-air collision between an Army helicopter and an American Airlines jet over Washington, D.C. A large section of that Black Hawk helicopter was recovered on Thursday. Senator Ted Cruz, who received a briefing yesterday from investigators, says a critical tracking system was turned off in the chopper at the time of the crash. That system is called Automatic Dependent Surveillance Broadcast. It tracks an aircraft's position, speed, and altitude. It's currently being looked into whether or not having that safety system off might have made it more difficult for air traffic controllers to track the Black Hawk as it moved through the area.
In the Reagan collision and the deadly plane crash last week in Philadelphia, federal investigators are hoping the plane's black boxes will provide answers to many of the outstanding questions that remain. While no substitute for the lives lost, these devices offer families the chance for clarity. And over the years, they've given authorities insights into how to make flying safer. So how exactly do these critical tools work, and what's the history behind them? Here's Black Boxes Simply Explained. In times of aviation crisis, authorities prioritize saving lives and recovering what's known as a black box. Can you, in simple terms, explain what a black box is?
To start off, I should note that they're not black. They're actually orange. It helps them actually identify them in the wreckage. They're called black boxes because the original design was designed not to let light in. And there are essentially two black boxes. One is the digital flight data recorder, and the second is the cockpit voice recorder. And they provide very important information about what exactly the airplane was doing on the flight, and also what the pilots were talking about and what was happening in the cockpit.
Justin Green is an aviation attorney and former commercial and military pilot.
They're crash resistant. They can go into the water and stay in the water down to 20,000 feet. They also have a beacon on them, and the beacon sends out a locator signal for up to 30 days.
Quick history lesson. At least two people have been credited with the creation of black boxes, including French aviation engineer Francois Houssaneau, who developed techniques to record a plane's speed and altitude, and Australian scientist David Warren, credited for the cockpit voice recorder. Australia was the first country to mandate airlines put black boxes on their planes following a deadly crash in 1960, the U.S. following suit in 1967. Today, black boxes are not in every plane or helicopter, though the Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, does require the devices on commercial planes. According to the National Transportation and Safety Board, or NTSB, black boxes are typically installed in a plane's tail.